Hey everybody, Tayson, Rockefeller, Teton Valley Realty. I've just come off of State Line Road between Idaho and Wyoming off of Ski Hill Road. We're now on the east side of State Line Road, and therefore we're in Wyoming. I'm taking you through a community called Spring Creek Farms. Spring Creek Farms is mostly paved, particularly throughout the second phase of the community. There are two phases. They interestingly have their own set of documents, but for all intents and purposes, as far as I am aware, they are the same HOA. Because we are in Wyoming, we do have kind of a higher end expectation, at least in this community, and everybody kind of follows suit. So there was a sale in here. I think the listing price a couple of years ago was 6 or 7 million, and while not all of these homes are to that caliber, you can see this one in the distance and the one under construction here, these are still all reasonably high quality homes. The expectation for minimum size is 2,400, as I recall. You can see a home down at the end of the cul-de-sac here. This is phase 2. Phase 1 splits off here where you can see this turns to gravel for a short time. The lots in phase 1 are a little bit larger, so you can kind of see this guy here's got a pond with some landscaping. The community does have water rights as well. Some people are tapping into that for landscape maintenance and that sort of thing. One of the things to be aware of is that all of these lots have a building envelope. They are roughly 150 feet by 150 feet, and typically they're a little bit closer to the road. They do stagger those to kind of give privacy between units, but it's something to keep in mind that although the property that I'm ultimately going to stop at today is just under 10 acres, you can't necessarily sprawl out on that 10 acres. There is a conservation easement that was put in place when they did the development on what you can do in that area that is not the building envelope, and that can include recreation, agricultural, horses and that sort of thing. But obviously we want to make sure you review those documents. Just a second, I'm going to hop out. So this is 1735 Crooked Creek Lane. I believe it's lot 8. And this is exactly where I just stopped the vehicle. I pointed out this home in the distance, and so you can kind of see the building envelope here is probably out in this open area. You can see the proximity to the adjacent properties. Not necessarily. These are long and narrow properties. You can see actually the semi-truck down on State Line Road, and this property goes all the way to State Line Road. So a very preserved view of the snow-capped big holes in the distance there. Depending on the house placement, obviously you could have the barn view. I believe this barn is actually a community barn. There's some information in the covenants on that. And then the foothills of the Tetons, while you don't have a Teton view because of where we're located, you do kind of get the spring and fall colors of the foothills here, which are more aspen groves as opposed to the evergreens that you see in the foothills of the big holes. So again, kind of giving you a full 360-degree scope. This is a home that you can see in the distance here is in a community called Targhee Village. Targhee Village is actually, believe it or not, kind of a golf community. There's a public 9-hole course, and some of those homes wrap around that. And of course, that snow-capped, where you can see the reflection up top, that's Grand Targhee. Yesterday was closing day. Again, Tayson, Rockefeller, Teton Valley Realty, 208-709-1333. Thanks for watching.